was supposed to be the file, but it's missing stuff.
It's okay. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Lost Heart. Yeah, it's your typical Monday. We are here, we are vibing, and we are ready. But yeah. Cece, do you want to kick us off with the recap of what happened last sesh?
I can't do that yet. So after the defeat of Soligic and the saving of Divinia, our heroes, minus Puppy, all go into...
Hey, just call me Gabriel at this point, damn it! My legend is gonna be known as the legend of the puppy. I'm over here like, I gotta name these sons of bitches.
I'm sorry, the legend of Puppy.
I ain't going to stab everybody.
You know what?
You can't stab us if you aren't here.
That is true.
Anyway.
I'm taking your money regardless.
So after some singing from Gudif, we all got into a drinking competition. Gudif was losing very quickly and reverted to her slime ball form, while Cassius and Elira actually were able to compete.
I do think I was at 5 when I passed out.
That's quickly compared to the two of us. But while we were drinking, and pretty sure Rod was there. Was Rod there?
Yeah, Rod was there.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I just looked at the stream, but that's the one part I forgot. We talked about the things going on with the vampire matriarchs, and one guy who was using a phylactery, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, to try to empower himself. And it's more Ronan's side of the story getting to that. But on Gabriel's side of the story, which is completely separate from the rest of us, he attempted to steal something from the Church of Azoth so he could get the Tear of Winria out of him, and that completely failed. He was making a bet with one of the priests that was rigged from the start. Because the bet was to get a sickle out of the church, and it was bound to the church, so that was never going to happen. So Gabriel had to become a priest of Azoth. But
Well,
he did
technically,
get an enchanted dagger from it.
technically not an official priest of it. So it just says you are a priest. Name. You congratulations. That's it. There's no official.
Basically, if you ever saw the movie Wild Hogs, it's like how the police officers in that movie became police officers just because they beat the final level of Doom on Legendary mode.
Still cracks me up that game was rigged from the start.
It was so fucking up. I mean, at least I'm a priest. I can speak the word of Windria and Ace. So technically,
Other Gabriel.
I can also hear. I can hear Windria in my head too as she's getting louder.
Yes, he's going schizo mode.
Always.
I feel like one thing will happen and Gabriel will perceive it as 10 times worse than it actually is, despite however degree it actually is.
Quite possibly.
Weird. I swear, Mondays there's always problems. My VTuber ain't working today, guys. But whatever.
Yeah, so now we're all having a rest after our very raucous night of drinking. Maybe the puppy's here, maybe he's not.
I'd say Puppy would probably be back in his little shack with Cheyenne.
I Yeah, the Gabriel is doing priest things right now. He's preparing himself. Okay.
He's learning the word of Azoth.
More like he's going to go steal an outfit from all three churches, and he's just gonna show up.
So yes, we're all carrying out the plans we have now before we head out to the south to deal with that vampire problem.
Oh god damn it, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Gabriel, did you get the robes of Azoth already or no?
No. I didn't get any rows of Azoth yet, or the dagger. They just told me to like, okay, we'll throw something.
That's right.
Yeah, they say they'll throw something up for me, so they to come back tomorrow. Meanwhile, my plan was to go around collect the other things of the church, the other churches with my little certificate, and then just come back.
Okay. So it's nighttime.
I also still love the fact that. I also still love the fact that the Church of Azoth is the Church of the Incels.
I mean, I had to make it funny like that, you know? Like, I had to make that one funny. It just made sense.
Completely unbiased.
Oh my god.
Completely unbiased.
Technically, I'm not an incel. I have a woman inside me, and I have another woman trying to beat me up. So they.
That's not how it works.
I mean, if that's the case, then you're.
And then their eyes, I'm a giga.
Hang on.
Well, Gabriel, it is Pride Month. You know what that means.
Gabriel,
No.
I got the best meme for you, and I'm gonna put it inside of the group chat, right?
Oh fuck! Oh no!
Winria is inside there with a mimic strap on.
Oh
dear Lord.
Actually, no, it's nothing like that.
Oh dear.
I just gotta. I just gotta find it.
Motherfucker goes immediately to pegging. Go peg your wife.
Where is it? I gotta search all my pictures for it, so I'm gonna keep the stream going while we do this, but it's still nighttime as of right now, and I'm gonna start with Goo.
Okay.
You begin to hear a song that sounds familiar to you as you begin to wake up from your drunken stupor.
Okay.
I think you know this one, right? Like the way it's supposed to go here, because you told me.
I think so. Oh, if you're talking about the thing that we discussed yesterday, that's what was missing.
Ah.
I can't find it now, unfortunately. I found a note thing about it, but it doesn't have the stuff to it.
All right, so
it sucks, unfortunately.
all right, we're just gonna wing it then. It's a song that sounds familiar. That sounds of tales of old. But it doesn't sound like one voice. It sounds like two. And it's almost like the music is beckoning you.
Oh. Those voices I haven't heard in a long time. So you said it's beckoning to me?
Yeah, like it's calling to you.
As in, like, I can get up and walk towards it?
Yeah.
Okay, then that is exactly what I'm doing.
Do you reshape yourself out of your slime ball state before you do that?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So, so I'm getting up, I'm taking on my normal shape and following the sound.
By the way, I found the meme. It's in the Lost Heart chat. But okay, so as you follow this,
What in the fuck am I looking at? And then you'll ask why I act out. It's because of this shit.
I'm sorry, I
Can't
had
have
to.
a-
I had to.
I can't have another fucking video.
That one. Okay.
What do you mean that one? Have you seen the? Oh, you know what? That makes perfect sense.
So, anyways, you make your way up the stairs, and the sound sounds like the song sounds like it's coming from like a
Fuck's
bedroom
sake.
on the far left-hand corner of this mansion.
Well, damn, somebody is moaning like a fire engine over there.
Oh dear.
But yeah,
Okay, so there's a corner bedroom you said?
yeah,
I'm going into?
on the far left-hand, like if you were to go up the stairs and make a left, all the way down that hallway, and on the left-hand side, it sounds like that's where the song is coming from.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
You're fine.
Do you choose to go inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
How are you gonna go in? Like cautiously, or like just opening the door to see what's there?
I'm just gonna casually open the door up. Cause I'm hearing familiar voices, right? So
Yep.
nothing about this is making me nervous.
So, as you open the door, the song stops. You see what looks like a queen-sized bed. So, like, you know, a nice, beautiful bed. It's got the cover on it.
Mm-hmm.
You see like a what's it called? Like one of those vanity tables. You know what I'm talking about? Vanity desks. Where
Yep.
women apply like makeup and stuff like that. There's like one of those.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
like you look to the left, and there's a closet and a like a really big mirror. Like, I mean, it goes from like ceiling down to floor type mirror.
Okay. And it's just the room, right?
And that's just the room.
That's odd. I thought maybe I had heard her voice. And Fennel, too. And it's been so long since I've seen them. And she just kind of walks into the room and turns a slow circle.
As you turn that slow circle, you feel calm, but like something is amiss in this room. Like something is different, you know?
Okay. Is there someone else here?
There is no one else there. As far as you can tell, there's no responses back.
Okay. Okay. Did you say there was a window?
Yeah, there
Maybe
was a
I'll
window.
go open the window.
There's an open
I'll
window.
go open the window up once.
The window's already opened.
Oh. I'll just look out into the streets below.
As you look out in the streets below, it is quiet. There's not much commotion because it's late in the night. A lot of people have fallen asleep in their drunken stupor or just are asleep in general. Out in the distance, though, you see what looks like a lit chimney.
Okay.
The reason why you can tell it's lit is because the smokestack from the chimney, and it is out in the what looked like the slums area.
All right.
Give me a perception check as you look out this window, though.
Sure. Where? There it is. That is a whopping 6.
So with the 6, you don't see shit. Like, everything just looks normal.
Mhm.
If you would not mind, oh wait, I'm gonna do this in a second. But yeah, what are you doing now?
So I did that fire place in the distance look important to me? Is that something I should leave the house for?
Nah, it just looked calm and serene, you know?
Okay. Then I suppose I will turn back to the room and just look one more time, and then start to
As you turn back to the room, you get the feeling like a hand touched you, but you don't see anyone behind you.
Did it feel like they were taller or shorter, like adult, kid, or male, female, like big hand, small hand?
It felt female.
Huh?
Lyra?
I feel like Gap was just only paying half attention to what was being said.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm over here
And
fixing.
email and went, huh?
I'm over here fixing sound alerts, and then all I hear is like, "It feels like female." I'm like, "Huh?"
I just realized I forgot to start this. Oopsie.
Oopsie doodly doopsie. It's okay. But yeah, it feels female, and the touch feels familiar.
My touch feels familiar. So, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of call out lightly. Lyra? That voice, I swear, it sounded so much like hers.
You don't see anyone, and the hand, as soon as you felt it and began speaking Lyra, the hand disappeared. You then hear what sounds like someone whispering, "Remember," and it sounds like a male voice. Very familiar.
Remember. Like past or
Like past.
Fennel? Fennel? Are you? She's gonna go look in the closet, maybe, and see if there's somebody playing a trick on her, maybe.
You open the closet, and the only thing in the closet is what looks like some tunics, maybe a few dresses, but nothing of interest. No people there.
And then I guess I'll turn back to the room again. What kind of trickery is going on here?
When you say that, a single candle by the vanity mirror lights.
And I'll go walk up to that.
You walk up, and uh, do you look into the mirror, or are you just like looking at the desk itself?
At the moment, I'm looking at the desk, and I will probably be looking into the mirror shortly. So picture this: I walk up to the desk, look at the candle, turn to look around the room, and then a thought hits her about mirrors being windows and doorways, and she peers into the mirror.
All right. Um, as you peer into the mirror, you see what looks like a hand touching the mirror. You see a woman in a robe, essentially. Um,
Okay.
you don't quite see the face yet, but it looks like she's trying to draw you closer to the mirror.
I guess I'll reach out and touch the hand in the mirror.
The hand grabs your hand.
How is it like possessive, or is it
It's
like
more
friendly?
like it's more like it's trying to draw you in. So like it doesn't seem aggressive or evil. It just seems like it's more trying to like this way and kind of like tell you to jump to like go inside the mirror.
All right, I'll take that cue and enter.
As you enter this mirror, I'm gonna bring up the scenery for this real fast, and also
Okay.
change the song. You are transported
wow.
into this this land. At first, you see the female figure trying to speak to you. You don't quite
Mm-hmm.
catch what it's trying to say, as if it's like a dream almost. But
What? Oh, sorry.
no,
Continue.
no, go ahead.
I can't hear you. And I will go closer.
Okay. As you move closer, she will move closer. And she will rub your ears. Your little slime ears. As she does that, she's gonna say, "How about now? Can you hear me now?"
Yeah, Judith is blushing right now. I can hear you perfectly. Who are you?
She moves her hood to reveal a very sheepish looking head. She's got like the little ram horns and everything. She goes, "Why, I'm the goddess Marilla."
If
Oh, no.
Judith's slime jaw could hit the floor, it would. So picture this, her mouth is just kind of hanging open in wonder, like, you're not real. And then she finally will speak and go, but I thought didn't I make you up?
I'm gonna just smoke after this one. Jesus Christ, the goat is real.
So she says, "Not every make believe is always based off a lie. She says, I'm about as real as what you see around you. She then says, but also, I don't stay this way. I am also shifting. She'll drag you closer to like down here, and you'll see like the darkness and how the flowers and everything now bloom into like blue and like fade away, and it bounces between different sceneries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, sometimes a little shift is reality.
Oh my. So were you sometimes that thing that I felt whenever I cast my bardic spells?
She says, I am many things. I am the voice that whispers in your ear. And at this point, it sounds like, what's his name? Vito? Vital? Vital? I don't know how you said it.
I'm confused.
You remember the voice earlier, the male voice?
Oh, Fennel?
Fennel, that's his name. I don't know why I was thinking Vital.
Yeah, I was like, are you talking about the VTuber?
Nah, I didn't mean Vital.
Yeah, okay, so it's, Fennel.
Fennel. She says, or sometimes I am the little guiding hand that gives you a push. And you feel Lyra's hand against you.
Gudith just kind of gasps and freezes at the touch of that.
Sometimes you may know me speaking in primordial to you, and you hear the primordial speaking.
Oh, wow. At this moment, I think she's actually just kind of in shock and awe, just trying to run all this through her head. My improv skills suck. Sorry.
No, you're good. So she says, tell me, why did you wake me from my slumber?
So many apologies. I did not intend to wake you. I really didn't know that you were real. So much has happened. Years ago, a friend of mine was taken from me. And in my grief, I was searching for a way to make a difference. In those days, I felt like the gods had just abandoned us, left, didn't actually exist.
She puts her hand on your head, and it feels warm to the touch. Not like blazing hot, but like as if
like living.
Yeah, like living flesh upon your head.
She's gonna press into that warmth a little bit.
She receives you with a Oh, the music stopped. Give me 1 second to restart the music because I put it on loop.
Oops.
There we go. So she receives you, and she comforts you, and she says, "Trust me, little goo. You have been through much hardship. But like how reality in this world shifts, so too will your hardship shift as well." She says that to the turmoil, to the struggle, there is hope for a goo like you. And the way she embraces you is like almost similar to how like a mother embraces their child.
Okay. About this time, a single tear would probably slide down her face.
She says, "No need for tears, young one," as she wipes away the tear and says, "For now, I will lend you my aid. All you have to do is call upon the name Marilla."
Mm, she's trembling a little bit in her embrace, and thanks.
She says, "You don't have to thank me, at least not yet."
Oh,
As the night goes on, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Lyra?
I'm here. I was just muted because there was a lot of noise going on while that was happening.
Oh, that makes sense.
How long has it been since we rested? Or how long was it since we went to bed? How long has it been?
I'd say it's probably been about 2 hours since you all went to bed.
Okay, so Elira then would probably still be in her trance, at least at this point in time.
Okay. What about Cassius? What is he doing? Is he asleep at this time? Or is he like wandering around? CC.
He's going to check on the Church of Winria. Maybe see if how that one priest that he and Elira saved is doing.
Okay. So you begin to make your way to the Temple of Winria. It's dark, so like a lot of people aren't going to be roaming about the streets very much right now. But as you make it there, you notice that the doors are open. You see the priest kneeling before a statue of Winria. Almost like he's praying. Or as if he is praying. Sorry, not almost, he is praying. What are you doing now, Cece?
Cassius will just look around the church because he's a little bit worried about interrupting him.
Okay. As you wander around the church, you are surrounded by paintings of Winria. You are also you also notice books about Winria's, like, I'd say feats, almost, so like things that Winria's done. And I'd say you'd probably be looking at these paintings and around the church for about 20 minutes before the old priest leaves his prayer and begins to notice that you are there.
Should be able to go up to him now. Probably have the courage for it. Hello, sir. Hope you've been well since we've last met.
He looks at you. Oh yes, I'm doing much better. The tide has turned, and the priests are no longer being hunted down.
Well, I'd hope so, or else we'd be leaving our work in the city unfinished.
He smiles at that and he says, "Tell me, what brings you here today or tonight?"
I just thought I'd check on this place before I headed to sleep.
He says, "I know it's not the greatest condition right now, but it's doing pretty well since you and your friends saved us."
I had no expectations. Or maybe not the best thing to say in the holy city. I'd have accepted however it looks.
Yeah. He walks over to what looks like a singular room. He says, "Follow me real fast."
Very well.
As you follow him in, you find what looks like an office, and inside this office is a desk. He opens his desk and by unlocking one of the drawers, and says, "A token of my appreciation," and he hands you a book.
Oh, last one. What's this?
He says, "Consider it a gift. It's a book on, I guess you could call it Winria's autobiography, essentially."
I expected it to be longer.
That's what she said.
He says that though she seems old in age, only her godhood is still pretty fresh. Most of her stuff that she's done, there's not a lot since becoming a goddess, if that makes sense. He kind of says she was a bit of a late bloomer.
Would that put her after Richard?
She would actually be after Richard. Like she was in that battle, but yet she wasn't.
Wasn't a god yet. I see.
I'd say she wasn't like a key voice back then.
Yeah. Perk of being a surviving god. You can get more influence, I suppose. Enough to save a sod like me.
He says, to be honest, the gods all have different types of graces. He says, look at Azoth, for example. He seems like a evil deity. He seems chaotic.
My experience, yes.
But he's more graceful in the act of giving people into their desires, if that makes sense.
I have a feeling I know this better than I probably should. Just thanks to a companion of mine.
He kind of says, when you think about it, you can't have light without darkness, or order without chaos. It's kind of a, what do you call it? It's kind of like the counterbalance, if that makes sense. The counterweight. And he says that Azoth may seem evil, but he doesn't hate him, right? As he says this, you notice a few papers kind of slide out of the book.
Picks him up.
You see what looks like a heading on the paper that says "A Hero's Lament."
Is that like the chapter title or?
It looks like a letter, like as if he was, like as if someone was writing a book of their own. It looks like that, but instead it's just like 3 or 4 pages, and on the very first one that you picked up, it just says "A Hero's Lament."
This book been in another book. All right, get the other pages. Lay them out. Mm-hmm.
So, as you lay out these other pages, they seem off to you. Like, you can read them; they're in plain common language. But they almost seem coded, if that makes sense.
Kind of riddle to solve.
Not quite like riddled, but like you notice like areas with double capitalization in sentences, places where there's a word that's circled or something like that, you know?
Parts of this should. Well, if you rub down all those odd parts, it should reveal something like a hidden message, right?
Mm-hmm. So, are you writing down all the odd areas on a separate sheet of paper, trying to see what the message is?
So, might as well. I mean, if the priest isn't interrupting.
Oh no, he almost he acts as if he's never seen these pages before.
That's reassuring.
So as you write out all the weird wordage and stuff like that, you see what looks like a message of something around the lines of, I couldn't stop it. I couldn't carry out I couldn't stop the war. I couldn't continue fighting. The ones I love are dead. The ones that remembered them forgot them. What is the purpose of being a hero when those around you are forgotten and tossed aside like trampled flowers? It goes on to say, the war could have been stopped if only I had listened.
This is double war, but that's a familiar feeling.
At the very end, you see two initials, or what looks like initials. You see the initials of CZ.
CZ. I don't think I know anyone. CZ. Maybe I'll be able to check somewhere else eventually. Just put the papers at the very back of the book. Make sure they don't fall out again.
As you fold the papers, on the back of the very last piece, it says a year. It says 52 AGW, after the Great Dragon War.
These are old letters. Are you sure you didn't know these were in here?
He says that he had never seen those letters before.
Must have waited to reveal itself until the time was right then. For whatever reason that may be.
Is there anything else that you're doing in this temple?
Well, just thank them for the book and check a quick check at the books I was seeing around during those 20 minutes. Just a hunch to see if there is anything
All right.
around the Dragon War.
So you would actually have seen probably about one or two books about the Dragon War.
All right, take those out real quick.
And on the cover of one of them, you notice the initials CZ.
I had a feeling. All right, I have to look at some map. All right, now let's open this one up. See if I can find anything about the CZ.
Oh, I'm also gonna switch the scene back to Divinia because we're no longer in this dream scene. So in the books, you see what looks like a reference to a great hero who is not mentioned by name. And if the name is mentioned, it's almost like it was like scratched out of the page.
Must not have been you, Richard.
You are the reason I drink.
Thank you for the hydrate, GW. I will hydrate right now. So, as you say, it must not have been you, Richard. You get the feeling of a hand behind you, reassuring that your thought is correct. It feels warm, like Richard.
Yes, I can figure this out every now and again. It makes sense that your name would be scribbled out. I just have to check through this whole thing and look for the names that start with either a C or a Z.
I would say as you're skimming the second book, there is what looks like reference to CZ. In like not actually being written in the book, but like someone wrote the name in the book. As you look at it, the name says Callum Zahir.
Callum's here. Okay.
I'll put it in the Discord so that way you have it. Whoops. Wrong chat.
So he
That's a cool name, by the way.
Thank you.
And he wrote that letter. Callum's here.
I will say, as you read the last name, you notice that it is the same last name of Zeligic.
Oh. Oh, for man, I hate the guts of it. last name sort of almost slipped my mind.
No, you're good.
What a fall from grace for the lineage.
Underneath the name is written, seek the book, The Hero's Downfall.
Heroes downfall. Well, I have Heroes Lament. That's not exactly the same thing, but it might be. Alright, put those two books I took out back and skim the lineup once again.
Alright, as you skim the lineup, nothing else seems to stand out to you. However, there is a painting that sticks out to you.
That would be the second thing I check. Well, alright, how's this painting look?
You see what looks like Winria pointing out into the distance, and what looks like a man in soldier's armor casting a dark shadow as he travels the direction pointed.
How would he be casting shadow?
If you could tell how the shadow looked, it looked very similar to how Void looked after, or as he was going inside of Gabriel's shadow.
Does this have a title on it? Painting?
The title of the painting is called Exile.
So something about an exile. Right, let's change the search to exile.
Another thing that you could tell about this painting is that it's very different compared to all the other paintings. All the other paintings had bright uses of yellow and were very bright and vibrant, if that makes sense. This one was not quite vibrant, but had a more of a subtle tone, if that makes sense. Like a shift between like a dull yellow and grays. Almost as if it was darker, but not like a black canvas, if that makes sense.
I should ask an expert about this. Alright, I'm gonna go back to that priest.
Alright. The
And to
priest
try
is
to
still
bring
there.
him over so he can explain that painting to me. Since I figure he should be able to give some explanation for it.
So he
Or at
walks
least
over.
why it's different from the others.
Yeah. So he walks over and he says, Exile. Huh. You know, not a lot of people ask about the exiles. And as he's looking at it, he says, there was a man who was said to be a champion of Winria. He says, I don't remember the name to save my life. It seems like his name might have been removed from history. But Um, he was cast out of the Order of Winria for basically he was not telling her, or she was telling him to do stuff like basically, hey, there's a war about to break loose, and he is needed to send a message to King Balashar, the Dragon King at the time, and he refused to go before the Dragon King. And because he refused to go before the Dragon King, his shadow and his soul were tainted. He says, and if you look very carefully, you can see his mark of Winria fading away in the painting. This was when what's his name? This is when what's his name?
The exile.
No, I'm trying to remember the name of the demon. He'll say this is when the demon Bearshoth came and pillaged the lands. He built his castle where Divinia now stands.
Was the castle destroyed?
He says, not quite destroyed, but purified.
I see. Does this have anything to do with the Throne of Azoth?
He says, yes, it does. Basically, the first god was sealed in the thrones, and as a battery beacon, he still had like his power was like still seeping through the thrones a bit, and so to kind of what's the word? Where they, the power vacuum essentially, where
Sort of, yeah.
like he tries to explain it like when one powerhouse leaves, there's a fight for control over who's going to become the next main powerhouse. And so he's like, a power vacuum or a power struggle occurred in which demons would flock to this world and try to feed off of that power of the first god and become gods themselves. He says a lot of the demons that fed off of that power, though, they were neither god nor demon at that point. They had become a new creature called a Titan. And so because the power vacuum was created, and he did not warn the king about it, his soul was tainted, and he was forced into exile because of it. He then says one of the curses placed upon him was that his heir would end, or not his heir, his lineage would end in a most gruesome fate. He also says this was the only person to have been exiled from the order.
Yes, the only one. Oh, let's see. The first god sealed away. The Dragon King was not told because the exile refused to tell him.
By the way, Cece, would you mind giving a perception roll real fast?
Sure. Perception. I got a 10.
Alright, so with your 10, I will say you just barely scored high enough to see it, but you see it. As he's telling you the story and the lineage, and as much as he knows about the painting, the painting seems to grow dark the more you look into it, almost like it's playing a movie.
It says it's moving.
You also see a face in the painting. Neither Winria nor Callum's face, to be honest.
I assume it doesn't look very draconic.
You'd assume wrong. It looks like a dragon.
Okay, it's like a dragon.
It looks like a purple dragon with black horns and a scar over the eye.
Say, what was the reign of that Dragon King the exile refused to meet with?
Oh, what was his name?
I'm more so asking how he reigned.
He was a malevolent king.
Malevolent king.
He took the considerations of all underlings under him to heart for every matter.
benevolence, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Benevolent, my bad.
Yeah, okay. Um, where was the Dragon King during this?
So he was unknown at this point. Like no one knew his location at this point except for Frontlines. It's not recorded where he was.
Did you ask where or what he was? Because I heard what.
He said where.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's only one place I've met any kind of dragon, and that's beyond the mountain.
As you look into the face of this dragon, and that's like before you in the painting, the way it moves is almost sinister. And it seems like around its neck is a glowing vial. Almost like inside this vial, it looked like a red dragon scale.
Oh. By the way, I'm not sure how the stream is doing.
Oh, is it like lagging or anything?
Yeah, it was lagging on my end. I just had to refresh it.
Okay. Yeah, I keep seeing the excellent, very poor, excellent for live status, so I've been keeping an eye on it. OBS has been kind of poopy lately with streaming. But as the like face keeps moving, it takes the vial from off its neck and places the scale inside of its hand. When the scale is placed in the hand, it has this drawing effect as if all the darkness in the painting is sucked into it, and the painting reverts back to normal.
Were there any dragons who absorbed the power of the first god and became a titan?
He would say not as far as he knew, but he did know that there were some dragons that wanted power above unity, if that makes sense.
I'm getting a headache over here. Jesus Christ. Trying to set this up is infuriating.
Oof.
Yeah, see, us in character is also having a headache that he's working through.
You can think of me right now studying for
God to be putting everything together.
So outside
Fine.
of character, outside of character, I'm over here trying to fucking fix the sound alerts because they set it to everything break. And character, you can say that Gabriel's doing getting his approval of the robe of the of whatever Lara's church is, whatever. I'm over here.
Oh,
Hold on, this
Vinrath. You're getting the Vinrath.
There you go. And lore wise, I already got the Winria one, so don't worry about it.
Vinrath or Azoth?
He wants
It's
robes from all
already in the
three.
bag too.
He wants robes
Yeah,
from
it's a
all three.
robe of
I think the Robes of Vinrath is probably going to be the hardest for him to do.
That's why I'm saying I'm getting a headache right now. I'm gonna tie it to the Lord. I'll be back.
Okay.
So the other paintings are different from this one in that they're not dark.
Right. They're all bright and colorful, whereas this one's more subtle tones of gray, some blacks, some blues, some white.
Oh, Winria has her mark being the mark of a dragon. How many dragons are in the other paintings?
So, when you look at the other paintings, they are all of Winria, but you see like a scarce amount of dragons, almost as if they're not even in the paintings at all. Like the
They never
paintings look
existed.
like Winria upon her throne. Winria like choosing her champions, things like that.
Why wouldn't there be any dragon here? It should be related. At least to one of them.
At the very end of the paintings, you only see one painting with Winria and a single dragonkin. The dragonkin is a infant in the picture. A young little girl with pink hair and green wings.
Nothing in the picture before that, I guess.
Nope.
And this one's a bit of a mystery too.
The very last painting says the birth of the dragon goddess's daughter.
Is it normal for churches to be so full of mystery?
In this church, well, I'd say in these churches, yes, because there's still a lot they don't know.
I see. Oh, thank you for the tiered subs.
Yeah.
Wow. 5 gifted.
5 gifted was,
That is really cool.
yeah. Wow. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Oh, and this
that's
is in
that's Raid's channel too, so like
rings.
that's awesome.
Things, yeah, rings.
Oh, thank
now
you.
there's 5 in ours.
Yeah, 5 and nice. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Talk about hype train.
Yeah.
Bro,
Choo
one of the
choo.
subscriber, One of the people who got a gift is called the real Richard.
Nice. I love that.
The real Richard.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that's the real Richard because we've been talking about Richard Davinia like for so long. Who knows? Maybe he's Richard Davinia.
Homeboy just came to flex his money all over us.
You know what? I'm not complaining. Like, thank you for supporting the channel this way.
We appreciate the contribution in this community. Even though it's falling apart and it's being held by a band-aid.
Yeah, the band-aid's called Gap.
Why am I the bad?
Because you're the chaotic one. Because you're the chaotic one, right? Like, you're the one like that is like, you know what? I'm gonna do some chaotic stuff, but you don't want to do it too crazily, or else it's like get that band-aid ripped off. So like, you're the band-aid.
I have child wonder here, okay?
I'll wonder and angst.
It's like the Terrible Twos all over again.
The terrible two.
Oh god, man.
God, please don't be a second one. Gabe doesn't have a twin, does he?
Gabriel is two, technically speaking.
If you need a twin, I still got one in the back pocket. He's the one that's kind of like streaming right now for me. I'm not even joking. He's streaming right now. Yeah, I'm over here seeing in D&D trying to fix the other stream sound alerts.
But yeah. As you look around, you're surrounded by the mystery of Winria. Like, a lot of secrecy, a lot of things that aren't physically available in the church. But the priest looks at you and says, the answers of what you seek might be in the book I gave you.
It might. I'll have it opened when I get back to Elena's. I should have people surrounding me that can think better than I do.
Like me.
Definitely not.
You don't know that.
You kidding? You don't even know Aesop's book. You haven't even learned it yet.
I still managed to shenanigan my way into priesting. It's official. I'm just studying over here. I passed my test, by the way. Thank you very much.
Before I go, can I touch the paintings?
As you touch the paintings, they don't feel... They feel like they've been painted over, if that makes sense.
So, like, just texture-wise, I'm feeling like there's something underneath.
Yeah, and it's all the paintings that feel this way. Except for the Exile, which feels like there's a thicker layer underneath. Something almost like a box almost.
This is funny. I'm adding the knuckles approve. I don't know, and no, it's now illegal.
It's not offensive. Alright, ask for permission to check if there's anything behind this.
He says, by all means, just don't break the painting. It's
wouldn't
it's
think of it.
precious.
Of course. Just lift the portrait off the wall.
And he helps you lift it off the wall because it's a heavy painting. from the back, you see what looks like a how do I put it? It looks like a trap door on the back, but it has like a locking mechanism.
Is it a simple lock to unlock?
You can't tell what it looks like for the locking mechanism itself. You just see what looks like it needs a key.
Okay, it needs a key. Needs a key. I don't have any keys on me. Oh, hasn't been any key that conveniently falls out.
No, there's no keys.
That would be too easy.
Let's see. I might just have to look around. Worst comes to worst, try to get rid of the lockpick. It can be useful for something. Okay. Just put it back up on the wall then.
Alright. So you hang it back up. And I'd say it's getting pretty late at this point. Like,
I
it's
have
getting
nothing
dark.
else to explore. So.
I'm not gonna.
So I'm gonna bounce over to Gabriel now.
I'm not ready. Well, technically I am, but I'm not. I'm in the middle of it. Okay, go for it. Go
Oh,
for it. Go for
If
it.
you're not ready for it, I can come
Yeah.
to you last.
No, go for it. Go for it. I can pause what I'm doing. I won't be able to. No, never mind. Yes. Okay, go for it.
Alright, so
I thought you guys were gonna take longer.
you're attempting to get the robes from the different churches. So, I got you. So,
You got me. Oh,
you make your way over to Venrath's temple. And, you're approached by, two of the, I'd say two, like a cleric and a paladin from Venrath's order. And they just say,
yes.
"Halt, what are you doing here?"
I will say, hold on a minute, and then reach into my pocket and then showed my pre-certification to them.
So, your priest certification strictly says Azoth on it.
No, don't pull that one off. We agree. It was one of those petty ones that said, like, yeah, you're.
Oh
a
yeah,
priest
that's
now.
right. It was a penny.
Congratulations.
Oh, we did agree on that. Yes. So
Yeah.
you pull it out, and it's like one of those like cheaply made. You're a priest, and they go, "Oh,
Did you get that in Vegas?
No, but it does have the official certificate of the Vatican.
it's." I forgot we talked about that.
Yeah, that's supposed to mean.
I feel like that should be like emoted. Is like Gabriel just holding out the penny certificate.
The petty certificate. It's official. It's 100% real.
It is 100% real. It's got like the seal of a.
The seal of approval. It has a priest signature and everything.
It went through a notary.
It went to a notary, is notarized, and it has the signature from the big man himself. There you go. Anyways, I came here from my robe.
Oh, they look at you and say, "Right this way." They bring you
Thank
into
you,
the
thank
back, and they start taking your measurements for the road.
Hey! Wash your hands.
One of them,
I'm not that kind of priest, you know.
One of them just begins to kind of like rub your tail a little bit.
Hey! What the fuck?
They say, "Sorry, hand slipped."
I'm not that kind of priest.
But they get your measurements and they say the priest robe will be made overnight. If you wouldn't mind coming back in the morning for it.
May I get like a little those like bags for the book? You know which book I'm talking about, like the to spread the word, because holding that thing in the arms is kind of heavy.
They say, "Oh, of course. I thought as a priest you'd have one already." And they
No, they say that if I come to you guys and just ask for one, you guys will just give it to me instead for me paying like what 50 gold for one.
they're like, "Oh man, they try to monetize everything, don't they?" They're like,
Dude, earlier today they tried to charge me 10 gold for just a pint.
"Wait, 10 gold for a pint? That's a lot."
I know that's what I said. I had to use the priest discount. I even had to show the certificate.
So he's like, "Just 1 second." He goes over to what looks like a cabinet and pulls out both a book of Azoth, or sorry, not Azoth, book of Venrath.
No, wrong.
Sorry, book
go.
of
Okay.
Venrath,
Sweet.
and it's inside of I'm gonna call it a Bible case, like a Bible cover.
Let's just say book bag. There you go.
It's not really a book bag. Like, it's like a small case that like zips and unzips so you can open the book, but it's got like a strap so you can wear it across your side.
Okay. Can they fit 3 books? So I'm asking.
They look at you and go, "No, it only holds 1 book."
Can you make it fit 3 books? I will pay gladly for the modification. Yeah, just to make sure, because multiple species, multiple languages, and then multiple translations. You know what I'm getting up here,
He
right?
says, "I mean, we could just give you 3 of them."
But wouldn't that ended up choking me if I have 3 straps around me?
I thought you'd be into that kind of thing.
No.
That's me as DM, not as, you know.
I'm gonna use you to roll a die at some point.
Roll for choking. I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
okay.
But
Roll the choking.
The reason why is you're doing this right now in Venraph's temple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want Ko to roll like a D100, and I'll give the reaction after.
you said
You
you
want
want.
me to roll a D100?
I was gonna ask Ko to roll the D100.
I got it.
Oh,
I got
okay.
it. 21.
Damn.
What's that joke? 21.
Okay, so we'll cut to that after we're done with Gabriel here.
So
Oh my lord.
they say, "I don't think you can hold 3 of them in these per se, but we can give you 3 total. And if you know someone who can sew them together, partially because none of us are good at sewing here.
That works for me. Perfect.
So they give you 3. We'll call them book satchels.
Book satchel. Okay, I'm just gonna stuff them in my bag of holding, and then just say thank you, and then walk out.
All right. As you walk out, is this where Elira wants to do her thing, or is it later?
No, this happens during when Gabriel's doing this.
Oh, okay.
And so this is happening in the same time frame. Elira technically should still be in the middle of her trance until we'll roll a d6 for this.
It's a 2.
2 points of psychic damage and wakes up with a nosebleed.
Damn.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but you know that something happened, and she is now woken up by it because it's so mind-bogglingly stupid that it worked.
You know what? I like that.
Because I rolled, because the idea was you roll the D100. I had like, okay, if it's below 50%, she'll wake up with the nosebleed and take psychic damage.
Well,
Because it's
technically, because it's from my stupidity, it's considered a sneak attack.
shit.
So I have to roll sneak attack damage.
Nah, it's fine because you're
I'm
not
kidding,
right
I'm
up
kidding, I'm
against.
kidding.
Because you have to be right up
That
against
would
the
be
sneak attack.
hilarious.
That would be so dumb. Roll for sneak attack. 28 hits twice.
It's just fucking, her eyes are bloodshot. She's looking blood everywhere.
She's like coughing, and she's like, oh fuck, what the fuck was that? I feel no disturbances in force. It's like one moron came into a temple and left with everything he wanted and more.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it was. It's like a massive disturbance in the force due to Gabriel's just sheer stupidity.
And we're
And so that's exactly what just happened.
So, Gabriel, you start making your way towards Winria's temple.
oh god.
And I'd say you'd see Cassius leaving the temple at this point.
He just like walks by him and he's like, hey, and then keeps walking forward.
Gabriel,
What's up?
where have you been? You weren't at the celebration.
I have other things to do. Can you do me a favor and check on my child? Well, since you're already going that way anyways.
Check on Cheyenne.
Just make sure she's actually eating.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going in the temple.
That one?
Yep, when you assemble.
Temple of Winter. Okay, there's something you should know about.
Okay.
You can't destroy any of the paintings there, but there's one painting called The Exile, and there's a lock behind it.
So you want me
Something is
to...
inside, but I don't know what. If you think you can get that open, I might try to think of a way to reward you.
Let me stop you there, Cassius. I hear this woman named Windria in my ear. You don't see her. She's standing on top of the stairs. She is like rubbing her forehead right now, and I can hear her whispering. I can hear your ass whispering over there, saying, "I can't believe your stupidity is getting you this far."
You're
I mean, she'd probably be more like,
Winria now.
"What are you doing? Like, I don't quite get where, like, what you're doing."
You don't see her. It's because since I ate that fucking tear, man, I can hear her. I can see her. I don't want to know. Like eventually, I'm gonna start being able to feel her touch or some shit. I don't know if it's a good
No,
thing
you
or a bad
already
thing.
feel her touch.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, like, you feel her touch. You could see the light, but you couldn't actually, like, see her.
So what is the problem?
No problem at the moment, I say. So I'm just gonna go into the temple and do some things.
Okay, wait, one more thing. Since you can apparently talk to her,
What do you want to ask her?
Callum Zahir.
Callum Sahir?
Did she react to that? Check that for me.
Now, do I need to roll the religion or some shit like that?
No, because you can actually, like, feel her
Just
presence.
communicate.
You can feel her presence, right?
It's just like a communication, but it's more like some sort of force ghost type of dilemma here. Let's go with that.
I mean, you'll understand more when you're older, but yes. But essentially, when the name Callum Zahir is mentioned, um, one of the hands that you felt upon your cheek no longer felt there, like it had been taken off.
Oh god, thank God. Okay, she just wants to stop touching me.
She's been touching you.
This entire time.
And you don't like that?
I do not. You wanna know how awkward it feels when you have her arms around you, she's rubbing your head and your cheek, and she's like, good boy, saying the path to good, yes.
No, she's more like,
It's very
"Who's a
I
good
think
boy?"
you're
She scratches your
making this
chin
up.
and everything.
It's almost the exact same thing, but yes. It's so awkward. It's so infuriating.
Okay, well,
She's
I'm
using baby talk.
going to leave you to it. Please don't cause him too much trouble. I will have to kick your ass if you do.
I am going to have an aneurysm. Kicking my ass is the least of my problems right now.
Okay, good. We have an understanding.
We have an agreement here.
Yes, just try to figure out as much as you can while you're in there.
Okay, just checking the child. I'll do with your painting after I'm done over there.
Yes, I'll go get the child.
Just make sure she's actually eating, okay? That's all.
Well, she should be.
He's like the
Goodness.
worried
You know-
stepdad.
It's more like I fucking cook fucking vegetables and shit like that. And she's like, no, I want meat. I'm like, I'm gonna eat these fucking vegetables. They're fucking expensive.
It's how old, and you're wondering wondering if she's eating.
No, yucky.
No, yeah, there you go. Anyways, I go into the temple.
So you make your way into the temple, and you see the priest, kind of just like sitting in a pew.
Greetings, father.
He looks around the room, looks at you, and says, "Oh yes, what can I do for you?"
It appears I am also the new father. I just need a new rope and a book. That's it.
He says, "Oh, you joined the priestly order."
It was a bet, but now I'm kind of into it. You know what? Here's the certification. Everything is approved. Everything is official.
He looks at your certification, and he kind of looks at it like, he's like, "Huh, they must have updated the font."
I wouldn't be able to know anything about that. Anyways, I'm just here for the robe and the book, and I'll be on my way.
He says, "Oh yeah, no problem." He brings you into a back room where there's a bunch of robes pre-made, and he's like, "Find one that fits you."
Do you have something to hide this? Like, and he grabs his tail and points at it.
You want to hide your tail?
If I'm gonna go into more like human territory just to spread the word, I'm gonna have to go incognito.
He says, "Well, I have something that might work, but there's a downside.
What's the downside?
They're women's. They're priestess robes."
Gabriel the nun.
I'll be over your nun in a minute.
Oh my fucking gosh.
He says, "Sadly, our priestly robes are, as you can tell, kind of short. But the priestess ones, they're very long. There's not much difference, just a little bit more fitted."
Is there a way you guys can combine one of each, you know?
He says, "Our tailor is currently out, and he's not said to come back for 2 more days." can you come back in 2 days and we can have him make a robe designed specifically?
Uh, Unfortunately, I leave in a day. That's the problem. I'll take one of the men's, and then I'll take one of the women, and then I'll find a tailor, and pay them to combine them. If that will be okay.
He says, or another thing we could do is we could just give you a roll of cloth, that is the same type of cloth, and basically you could take that to the tailor and they can make it longer for you. The reason being is he wants they can't give away more than one robe in case other people come in and join.
Well, since this is a special request and I'm gonna be behind human territory, spreading the war of Windra, making other people think differently about demi-humans and, Dragonkin, I'd say it will be a fair exception. I'm willing to pay too, if that will be okay.
He says,
If you cannot...
there's no need for you to pay. Like, we will generously donate a robe and some cloth to you, because that's what that's what Renria's followers would do. That's what Winria would do.
No, okay. This is actually... I didn't expect this type of kindness, if you can tell.
He says, you do bear her mark, don't you?
I bear many things of her, even one of her children. Let's go with that.
Wait, you're pregnant? Since when?
No,
far along?
I adopted. I adopted. I adopted. I adopted a fallen dragonkin. That's all I can say.
Huh. Nice.
I know, right?
So he goes and grabs you a robe that fits you, and he gives you a roll of cloth as well.
Okay. Into the bottomless bag it goes.
And then he says, and the book was in the pocket of the robe. He said,
Oh, sweet! You got a book pocket?
he says, yeah, it's one of the perks. He opens his robe and he kind of shows you that on the inside there's a pocket for the book.
Ah. Sweet. Okay. This works. Thank you. Father? Is there like another thing, since I'm also a father, to call you? It's just...
Oh,
It's a little confusing here.
oh, we don't call each other father. We just say elder to each other. So
Ah.
he goes,
okay.
you can call me Elder Norman.
Oh, thank you, Elder Norman. And I'm shaking his hand, and I say, like, you can call me Elder Gabriel?
Yep, that's exactly how it works. So welcome to
Oh, okay.
welcome to fatherhood, Elder Gabriel.
I've been... Okay, you know what? Okay. And then he just looks slightly to the double fatherhood. I have become a double daddy.
Oh, quadruple, actually.
Quadruple daddy. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you did.
You didn't realize that,
I,
did you?
I didn't see that one coming, though. How daddy are you times 4?
Fuck's sake.
He's just looking like behind the priest and like looking at Windria, trying to see her reaction from all these shenanigans.
You get the feeling that she is facepalming right now.
You picked one hell of a champion to try.
I didn't expect that, but I got nothing on this one. I'm just gonna say thank you, get the cloth and the outfit, and leave.
Yep. As you leave, are you looking at the painting that Cassius told you to look at?
Oh yes, yes, I fucking completely slipped my mind. Yes, I'm walking by and like looking at the paintings.
So, as you look at the painting, I want you to give me a perception check on the painting.
A perception check in the painting. 9 and 7.
So, you get a feeling that the painting changed, but then you kind of like are like rubbing your eyes, like, did it really change? And it just looks normal.
I look around, make sure everything is empty before saying, Windria, what's going on here?
You hear what sounds like a. She says, it sounds like a remnant of something that should have never happened.
And it has a lock, right?
She says, that much I don't know. I wasn't here when they built the painting.
I would like to check around first, make sure nobody's around before sliding my hands around the border of the painting.
So it's just you and the priest is in that back room still.
Okay. Do I feel anything odd about the frame of the painting?
As you slide your hands around the edges and everything, the frame of the painting seems normal until you start rubbing the back of the painting, in which you feel it.
Oh. I would like to lockpick the painting.
You would need to take the painting down before you lockpick it.
I will quietly take the painting out while I'm on stealth mode.
Roll for stealth.
It should be. I need. Game, you're testing me, game, and I don't like this. 17.
Okay, so with the 17, you have pretty good stealth. Now give me a strength check to see if you can lift the painting on your own.
Oh. Fuck. 22.
Oh yeah, so you lift it fairly easily, and you take it down, and you lay it down to where you can see the back. You see a compartment in the back that looks about the size of a, you know the medium-sized, like, flat-rate post office boxes?
Yeah.
It's about that size on the back of the, like, that width on the back of it, right? And in the middle,
Okay, I can still lockpick that.
or in the top left, or, not top left, but just above it, there's a lock. Like, lock for a key.
Okay, sleight of hand, let's go. 17 again.
With the 17, you hear your tools finagle inside, and you hear the click. The lock moves, and the back of the painting slides out.
Man, if only dealing with women was for like picking locks, I would have been a Casanova right now.
I take it you want to examine what's in there.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Sorry.
Inside of the back of the painting, you find a vial with a dragon scale. It has a leather cord to make it look wearable.
I would like to wear it.
Alright, so you put it on. Are you closing up the back of the painting? Because that's the only thing that was in.
Oh yeah, I'm putting everything. I'm putting everything. Well, there's nothing on the paper itself, no instructions, no nothing.
It's just a glass vial with a leather rope around for the necklace and a dragon scale inside. There is no paper in there.
Okay, we'll just close the painting up and put it back up.
So you do. And as you do, the priest starts walking out from the back. You're like you've already hung it and everything. You're just like probably making your way out.
Looking at the painting now at this point.
Yeah, just looking at it.
I'm just like sitting there, like rubbing my eyes, pretending everything is normal.
He looks at you and says, "Father Gabriel, or not Father, Elder Gabriel, you might want to rest up. The journey ahead is long."
I think I'm hallucinating. I swear I've seen this painting change like 2 times already.
He says, "Huh. You're not the first person interested in this painting tonight."
What do you mean?
Yeah, another follower came in, and he was asking questions about the exile painting.
Do you think that's a bad thing?
No,
No. Okay.
just the fact that 2 people were drawn in by it is just amusing. Not very many people appreciate the exile.
I was just looking at the pretty pictures. To be fair, I don't get to see things like that often.
He says, "Well, just remember, much like life, the pretty pictures also have a story to tell." As he begins to make his way back into his office and just kind of sit down.
Okay. Well, with that out of the way, I just make my way out. There's no effects on the necklace, right?
No.
Sweet.
To you, it is just a glowing red necklace.
On my way down the stairs, I kind of like just start whispering, make sure nobody else can hear me, and say, "Wenja, what the hell did I just grab?"
She says, "Nothing." She is silent.
I will eat this if you don't tell me.
She says, all she says is, "I don't know what it is."
And then I eat it anyways. I'm kidding, though.
And then I threw it on the ground.
And I threw it on the toilet.
Gabriel, you should have to make a DC Con 30 saving throw.
Roll a D100. Ugh.
It's Sukuna in that skill.
Well, I make my way back home.
All
Like,
right.
I'm already expecting Cassius and Cheyenne to be there.
And you're talking about in your shack, right? Not the mansion.
The shack, yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna move over to Elira while you're walking back to your home.
Does she take another 2 psychic damage after the Windrill one?
No.
No.
So Elira, you were awoken with psychic damage to your head. Or to your thinking. Due to something stupid.
It feels like an idiot got away with murder. What happened? So Elira's gonna like wipe the blood from her nose.
You do so.
I would ask if she knew it has something to do with Vinraf's temple. That was the reason why she got it. It was like Vinraf's domain.
I would say you would. You wouldn't know if it was Gabriel, but you would know that it was like the temple itself.
Okay. She, in that case, will then go to Vinraf's temple.
Alright. So, you wake up. Or not wake up. You get up. And you start making your way towards Vinrath's temple. As you are leaving your room, you hear what sounds like Judith talking to herself.
I'm gonna go check that.
Alright, so you go to where Judith is, and you look inside the room, right? And you see Judith just sitting at the mirror, of the vanity mirror. Single candle lit, single tear rolling down her face.
I go over and place a hand on Guda's shoulder. And Lyra will say, Judith, are you alright?
As you put your
Does
hand,
she notice?
I'd say, while you put your hand on Guda's shoulder, you hear her say something around the lines of, thank you, Marilla, or something like that.
Do I have to join a fourth church now?
Have to join the church of Marilla now.
No, I don't want to deal with the sheep. Are you joking?
Gabriel just comes in and goes, alright, listen up, sheeple.
Sheeple!
Not the sheeple.
Listen, that sheeple. I am a priest in wolf
The
clothing.
sheeple and the sheeple.
Or I'm a wolf in priest clothing. I'm about to go to your priest. I cannot finish the bit. No.
But,
I can't.
but yeah, as you touch, Judith, you just hear her say, thank you, Marilla. As you see her hugging air.
Oh, you're good. She's out on me. You can keep good.
And I would know that Marilla is like the. I've heard.
You've heard Judith talk about Marilla.
Yeah.
But I don't. Do I actually have an understanding of what or who Marilla is? Is the question.
Did you share that information at all?
That's an interesting question. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, you would have heard her comments about it, but I don't think you've ever even asked about her at all. So I don't think she would have had reason to explain. It's been kind of a sort of here and there sort of thing where sometimes she even masks it by saying it through infernal, like with void. But yeah, I don't think anybody's ever really asked her about it. You've just heard her say the name.
Okay. So seeing this interaction, she's gonna be like with a very tone of concern. Judith, you all right?
I would say you would have little to no response.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You get little to no response from Judith. It seems like she is both in front of you, but not in front of you at the same time. Physically she's in front of you, but mentally she is not.
I think. I don't know if it would be better to snap her out of it or to just leave her to it. I don't know. Though Lyra's concern is growing by the second. make a religion check to see if I can come up with anything that can help. Give me a sec. I'm going to have to actually pull it beyond.
It's okay.
Ask.
I mean, even with the religion check, I would say the only things that you'd know about Marilla are the things that Goo had mentioned.
I mean, a way to like get through to Gudith specifically. Like, if this is some sort of trance or communication with an entity or something like that, if there's any sort of way to get through to her, or if I have to do the same thing that I did back when she was in the trance with Azoth.
I would say
Okay,
around
so-
this point, Goo would kind of be like coming out of the trance that she was in. She would also see Elira inside of the mirror, like her reflection from the mirror, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm back then?
Yeah, you're waking up from it.
Okay. Oh. Hello. How long have you been standing there?
What do you say, like a minute or two, Code?
It was probably about 2 minutes.
Only a couple minutes.
I didn't hear you come in.
In a trance. And Elira's hand will kind of gently brush away the tear that was on your face.
Oh dear, how did that get there?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I think so. I must have just fallen asleep sitting up.
You called out for Marilla.
Did I?
Yes.
I must have
Yeah.
been talking in my sleep. I was sorry. I was paused because I'm like, what do I do? So, I don't know. Maybe I just talk in my sleep.
Judith, who and what is Marilla? I know you mentioned her before, but I don't know who that is or what they are.
Okay, I'm back. I got what I wanted.
She is a thing that she's a goddess. And I found her in a time of great need.
See.
Gudith stands up from the chair that she's sitting in. I'm sorry if I scared you. I don't know. I didn't mean to.
It's okay, Judith. I was worried. I think it's pretty obvious that I care about you. So, I was just concerned. And I hope you know that I'm here if you do need it.
I appreciate that.
Of course. You need to go get some more rest?
Yes, it is quite late.
Okay.
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. So when Judith goes back to bed, I will make sure that she gets the, bed and actually falls asleep. Or herself leaving the mansion.
Yeah.
And yeah, she is actually gonna take a little detour before going all the way to the Temple of Vinrath. Like it's nighttime, so the shops are more than likely closed.
Yes.
But she's gonna take a look around to see what shops during the daytime might sell materials to work with.
Hang on, I gotta bring up my my little doc with the different shops' names. Because I've made one of those.
Nice.
After that whole thing with Judith, she's thinking more and more now about the gift that she wants to make.
So you're talking about like blacksmithing materials, or are you talking like clothing and stuff like that?
The smithing materials. Because remember, she's making she's making the frame for it.
So there's two names that stick out amongst all the vendors. The first one is called Gnome Depot.
Motherfucker. God fucking damn it.
If you need me to make the voices of the gnomes, I got you, homie. Just say the word.
And then the other one is it's called JC Copperpiece. I told you, I made a list. I got bookstores, bath stores, clothing stores, notary stores.
So in this case, right?
Yeah.
Which one of those would sell the materials I'm looking for to craft like a golden frame for the necklace?
I would say both of them.
Okay. Quality though.
So from what it, like when you look at like their doors and everything for the shops, they actually like shit talk each other on their doors, like, hey, don't go to JC Copper, or yeah, don't go to JC Copperpiece because of their stuff is rusted, or you'll see JC Copperpiece, don't go to Gnome Depot because they overcharge, so like there's banter between the two. You would actually have to physically go in the shop.
Which are both closed right now.
Yes.
Alright. So in that case, I'll make a mental note of both of them and we'll visit them in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
For now though, I will take a detour over to Vinrath's temple.
Alright.
Oh.
So you make your way over to Venrath's temple, and the guards kind of look at you and they're like, oh, another one from the order. Okay. Come on in.
Another one?
Yeah. a new priest came forward not too long ago.
Uh-oh.
How long ago?
About at this point, it'd be like 2 hours ago.
That's when I woke up with a bloody nose.
Yes.
Okay. Could you inform me as to what this new adorned priest looks like?
Chismosa.
They start describing a canine, like a humanoid canine type of person with dark fur. They said it's official. They got the certificate.
Was it the... Okay. Which kind of certificate? Was it the actual, like, normal kind that we have, or is it the knockoff shit that, you know, we've seen people peddling?
It's. He said that you hear the guard say it looked fake, but it was an official document. Like it had an official seal and everything.
Straight from the Vatican.
Lyra is like pinching the bridge of her nose at this point. Very, extremely a mixture of confused, annoyed, and how the fuck are the people in my order this dense?
So, compared to the other certificates, right? They say like the font is different on this certificate. The structure of it is completely opposite, but yet it has the official notary of the Kingdom of Divinia.
Okay.
Got that shit notarized, printed, even stamp of approval.
Yeah, it didn't go to
Every-
copy for that.
I got. Yep.
Okay. I know who you're talking about, and I will talk to him another time. This is gonna be a very long week.
Doesn't have to if you don't make it.
Oh, she's calming you down, motherfucker. The worst part is you can't even really hide from her either. But
Who says I'm hiding though?
you just show up in fucking Vinrath robes right in front of Lyra. It's like, hey, Bishop New Priest. It's like, yeah, I know.
Actually, that was the plan. Thank you for ruining it.
I am sorry.
It's like that episode of SpongeBob. Soiled it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it.
I apologize. I don't know
Chismosa
whether,
esta cabrona, esa pinche vampira.
But, okay. But yeah, so Lyra is going to just thoroughly annoyed and just kind of like done with tonight so far now, just because of this. It's just gonna go back to the mansion because
Basically, she's just
she
got her
don't have
head.
time right now to go after Gabriel.
Hey, he ain't doing anything.
So, Elira goes back to the mansion. Gabriel makes it back to his shack, where he sees a sleeping Cheyenne on the couch and a plate full of mushrooms on the table.
The mushrooms are good, man.
Don't worry, Cheyenne. I get it. I don't like them either.
Do the Mario swing your arms from side to side. Come on, do the Mario.
Like, you could tell all the meat was taken off the plate, but the mushrooms, she left mushrooms.
God damn it. Uh, okay. She's gonna eat those tomorrow.
I
And then
kid you
she
not.
just.
I do the same thing.
God
You don't like mushrooms?
damn it.
I can't stand. They're always slimy and gross. Can't do the
What
texture.
mushrooms are you eating, sir?
Yeah, they're usually
Whatever.
like dry.
Whatever comes in the food that I've been getting with the delivery and stuff.
You got order from different places, man.
What
I
it
have
is
ordered from
probably
different
the butter.
places. They always come slimy and gross.
And with that, we are going to end tonight's session of D&D, The Lost Heart.
Oh, come on.
You didn't really get to the downtime yet.
I've been trying to get y'all the downtime, but things keep coming up where people want to do things during the night.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
There's a certain hellhound in particular.
Yeah. So we are going
Also, shouldn't
to...
Cassie have been checking on Cheyenne like Gabriel asked?
Oh, I would say
Yeah,
you
would
did.
Cass have been there?
You would have been there too, but by the time you got there, Cheyenne would have been asleep already because of how late it was.
Cass is crashing on Gabriel's.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He doesn't want to sleep with the lesbian.
And with that, we're gonna.
You got this.
With that, that's where we're gonna leave D&D tonight. But let's see who we're gonna raid into.
I got someone. If that's okay.
You got some?
All right.
I got somebody. It is friend. It is. Let me double check to see.
I was gonna say if you put their name down in the
In the Discord.
Yeah, the
Discord
the
chat.
Discord. Yeah. Just tell them I sent you. So it is the other one from the little sticker thing.
All right, we are going to raid into Claw Scratch. Everyone, give Claw Scratch a really big hello. And
Yep.
we'll try to see y'all next Monday for D&D, The Lost Heart.
Until then, you all take care.
And just make sure that we all mention that we came from a recommendation through Gap. Okay?
Yep.
And until next time, I have been your host, Decode the Punk.